Hello everyone and welcome to an Easter edition of the Munce Report. This week, trainer Chris Munce joins us to give us the final word on his runners over the Easter long weekend. And we've got a special guest joining us this week in John Bird from Unibet, who's going to help us out with some prices on the runners each week and also give us a rundown on the latest offers from Unibet. So welcome guys. Chris, we've got to kick off with you because I can see an extra little glint in that eye there after tipping all the viewers Military Gambler at $50 to $1 last week. So hats off to you there.
Yeah, look, he was just one of those days where I thought it was the right race for him. He's always shown me a bit of ability, hence the reason I ran him in that prelude, the dual prelude. But he improved enormously out of that going into last Saturday's race, and he'll improve even more again. So I think he's a nice horse going forward.
Yeah, it was an exciting win for all the owners that were there. And there was even a comment of, here comes Chautauqua in the winner's room. Obviously, the guy's having a bit of fun there. So what's next for him? Tell us what you're thinking next plans for Military Gambler.
Oh, look, I think with him, he'll just keep poking along now. He might get to an early couple of races over the Winter Carnival. I don't think he'll be there for the long term. I think it's probably a bit too much of a stretch for him, but he'll run next Saturday in another 2-year-old Cutis 1200 metre race at Dooman, and we'll just poke along through those usual races as he going through the prep.
Very good. And John, welcome aboard. Good to have you. And Unibet obviously generously offered Munce Racing owners that special offer last week of $11 for Military Gambler to run top 5, and he did well and truly did that. So I'm sure that offer was well received by the ownership group.
It definitely was. It's a good way to work out a novelty way to get everyone involved. Each week, sort of horses go with different prices, so you do something different every week. Just gives them a little bit better interest.
Very good. Yeah, no, it was a generous offer and good to see a lot of people snap that up. So well done to everyone that did and took Chris's tip. We'll see if we can keep the momentum going. And speaking of momentum, Chris, obviously the momentum continued during the week. Your 49th winner in Queensland for the season. Sakura Star scored a dominant win at Ipswich on Tuesday. Yeah,
look, she's a really tough filly. She's been in work for quite a while, but she continues to hold her form, and Justin was able to give her a good ride just behind the speed, and she beat them quite convincingly. So it was a good effort, courageous effort on her part.
Yeah, it was. Congratulations to Eureka Stud, connections there, and also to apprentice Justin Huxtable. He's been on fire of late with 3 winners from his past 9 rides. So well done. All right, well, that's the week that was. Let's get into what's happening this weekend. Obviously, long weekend for the Easter weekend. Easter Saturday at Eagle Farm kicks off with Phoenix in Ed Colts Geldings and Entire's benchmark 72. Chris, he's obviously a very consistent galloper, this guy who's resuming, and he had a great preparation last time, but will he need the run, do you think, first up here?
Well, he had a jump out there on Monday, and I thought he went really well. But it's the hardest race he's been in, and he is first up. He's not usually a horse that has won first up before, but look, he's probably as fit as I've had him going to the races for the first time out. But he'll certainly run very well. He'll be competitive, and he'll be there till the last bit. It's just whether that lack of race fitness takes its toll on him, probably the last 100 metres or so.
Yeah, sure. He's a very honest galloper. John, what's the market looking like for him? Where's Phoenix placed in the market for Saturday?
He's around a $13 chance he was on Saturday. Being a dual nom on Monday, Chris is keen to go on the Saturday, so that's usually a good tip for people to know it's a better chance here.
Very good. Well, a bit of each way value there, obviously, at that price. So see what happens there. We then move over to Centrefire in race 4, which is the fillies and mares version of the benchmark 72 handicap. It was a huge run first up over the 1,000 metres, Chris, and drawn perfectly here in barrier 1 for Justin Huxtable.
Well, she's going to get the right run, Adam, just behind the speed there or wherever Justin wants to be on her. And she also had a jump out there on Monday, which I thought she went quite well in. So she's fit, she's well, she's going to get the right run. It's probably just whether she's up to a few of those other better horses in the race, but I think she'll be very competitive. I've got no doubt about that.
Okay, well, John, what have the Unibet guys got for us this week on Centrefire? I believe there's a little offer that you've cooked up for Munce Racing owners to enjoy with Centrefire if they choose to.
They do. That's good. Then there's 3 standout favourites in the race, and so in Centrefire, good barrier, a really good 4th pick behind those 3 favoured ones. So our offer this week is $4.40 for Centrefire to run a place.
Very good. Well, thanks for that. And obviously, people can either take it or leave it. But yeah, $4.40 sounds pretty good value for Centrefire to run a place. All right, John. Well, thanks for the offer there for Unibet and your insights on the prices. And yeah, we'll speak again next week.
All right, everybody, just look around this afternoon for the provincial prices should be floating through.
We then move over to the Gold Coast meeting where my girl Rox is entered here. She's also nominated for Ipswich on Wednesday for the 2K Thoroughbreds team. Chris, I think you mentioned previously she struggled on the wet last start, but looking for some dry ground wherever she may go.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, I just want to try and get her back on top of the ground in the right sort of race. She had to jump out on Monday there to keep her up to the mark. She's with all this wet weather. There was a big contingent of horses had to jump out on Monday morning, but she's quite a nice mare. I quite like her, but it's just we've got to get her on top of the ground to see the best of her.
Okay. We then move over to race 6, which is a cutest 3-year-old maiden handicap over the 1,100 metres. Separis has entered here. Obviously, a 3-year-old Super 1 gelding set for his debut, which is exciting for his group of owners. Barrier 11 here, and he's also an acceptor for Sunshine Coast on the Sunday.
Yeah, well, I think I'll take him to the Gold Coast at this stage. Obviously, there's double noms and acceptances everywhere, all over the place. So I just want to probably monitor the race on Saturday morning to see what scratches and what doesn't. But at this stage, I'm probably leaning to the Gold Coast simply because it is cutest, which helps his prize money if he happens to win. But I just think it's a 1,100 round Gold Coast is probably a track and a race that suits him better than a big 1,000-metre race at Caloundra.
Okay, and he was another one that jumped out earlier on in the week.
Yeah, he had a jump out, went quite well. So obviously he doesn't have the race experience of some of these other horses, but he's had a number of trials and a number of jump outs.
Very good. You've also got Heat for the 2K Thoroughbreds team drawn wide there, and is an emergency. Also a dual acceptor for the Gatton meeting on Saturday. Are you leaning towards that way there?
Well, look, he's also in at Caloundra. We accepted everywhere with him, and he drew terribly in every single race. So we're probably going to go to Caloundra on Sunday simply because it's a nice big track. He gets a chance to find his feet, and hopefully he's able to run home. And you know, as long as he can be running on and run a credible race is what we'll be looking for on Sunday. Another
one in the same boat is Jabali Gold for the Hancock's Bloodstock team. He's entered for Gatton on Saturday in a Colts, Geldings and Enties maiden over the 1,400 and also a maiden plate on Sunday at Sunshine Coast. He's stepping up to the either the 1,400 at both locations, third up here. And are you leaning either way, mate? Probably this stage I'm leaning to Gatton. He's had a little bit of time between runs, but he's had a jump out on Monday morning and he seemed to come through that really well. So I would probably say at this stage we're leaning towards Gatton. They're both races that probably suit him. I just thought that Gatton was possibly just a fraction weaker than the Caloundra race. Okay, and the other dual acceptor for the weekend is Northern Woods, who's a recent winner, who's had a freshen up, looking for the dry ground. He's entered for Sunshine Coast on Sunday, but also the Easter Monday meeting at Doomben, where he's entered for a Class 1 plate over the 1650 with Justin Huxtable to ride. How's he travelling? Really well. No, he's held his form really good, this horse. He looks great. He's copying his work really well, and he's drawn a bit tricky. He hasn't drawn the best on Monday, but he's certainly a horse that I think will be able to get back a little bit in the run and be finishing off well. So just a matter of what sort of ride Justin's able to give him from a tricky draw on Monday. Very good, mate. Okay, well, that's the Easter weekend. So a few different runners across several meetings. So thanks for all your insights, and hopefully the momentum continue for yourself and Connections. Good luck. Good on you. Thanks, Adam.